Hi everyone, welcome to Mamsu Code video guide session. In the previous video, we completed our exposure for the post call, that is to save the sample record into the storage. In this video, we're going to start our second level of the CRUD operation. So here we are at the read all. So this is the same diagram from the create. If you see, we have our storage and then we have our storage broker, whereas this is already initialized. So the one that we're going to write is select all. So this is the activity that we are going to work on today. So let's get to the Visual Studio screen and start coding. This was the last code that we wrote on having our main method to call the service to save the data. So now we are going to focus on writing our broker method to select all the samples, to give us all the samples, right? So let's start with our interface. So here we are. The contract is, this is going to return us the list of sample. That's the collection of the data that we have saved. And the method name is select all samples. And this doesn't need any input parameter because we are just saying, hey, give me all the data that you have saved in the system. Okay, now let's go to the implementation. It's already in red. If you see, it says storage broker does not implement interface member. So we can go with control and dot, which will give you the default template. So this is a broker, right? We are not doing in a test driven approach. So let's just go write the code. So just to recap, this is a public method, so it's accessible from outside. What is this method going to return? It's going to return list of sample. And then what's the method name? Select all samples. And this method is not taking in any parameter. So since this is a single line statement, let me remove this and scope it out. And what is this going to return? So it's auto completing. It is just going to return me all the data that is stored in this variable. Since this is an in-memory, this is a single line of code. This is sufficient for our need when we have an external memory, right? Like a SQL storage or any other storage that the control has to go out, then we might have few more lines of code to perform that action. But for now, our need is whenever this broker is going to be called for this method, it's going to return us all the data that is getting returned. So simple. And among all the CRUD operations, select all is the easiest one because we don't have much of validation. And then it's just going to call and return. That's it. So let's go make a commit. So this is going to be my broker, and I'm going to say select all samples. Good. So the next activity is to go create a PR. In the next video, let's start with our foundation layer for this particular select all samples itself. Thank you for watching.